Hello everyone, welcome to my sketchbook tour. My name is Bronagh and I am an Irish artist and illustrator. So I thought I'd do a little sketchbook tour because I finished this sketchbook. It took me 2 years to finish this sketchbook, which is insane because there's really not that much in it. But the problem is two things. I am really inconsistent with my sketchbooking, and also I tend to use loads of sketchbooks, and because I love buying sketchbooks. So I've decided to do some Q&As for this video. So I just put a thing up on my story on Instagram asking people if they had any questions. And this was in 2 parts, so I'm sorry if it's taken me a long time to answer these questions because so Misha asks, do you have an agent, and what was the hardest part of illustrating a picture book? So I don't have an agent. It's something I've thought about, but there's not a lot of information on it in Ireland. I don't see a lot of illustrators with agents in Ireland. It's more in America I see that as a more regular, normal thing, but it is something I want to look into because I'm terrible at the business side of things, as most artists tend to be, and that is literally what an agent does. So yeah, definitely would consider. And the hardest part of illustrating a picture book is the pricing, and all the business side. As I mentioned before, I'm not good at that. But otherwise, I really enjoy the process of illustrating children's books. Emily asks, what do you like most about making art? I just like the expression in art. I'm a very shy person naturally, and always have been, and I'm not very good at words. When I'm speaking, it's just well, I don't even know how to describe it. Chaos. So I really enjoy expressing myself in words and in art. I used to write stories and stuff when I was younger as well. I just really communicate better through different things other than speech, basically. Nicola asks, what kind of sketchbook do you use? What medium is your favorite, and how often do you use sketchbooks? So this one is Stillman and Birn, and I go between this, Strathmore and Moleskine. They're kind of the 3 brands I would use. And I love using gouache in my notebook. And I don't use them very often. I go through phases of using sketchbooks every day, and then I stop for months, and then I'm like, why did I stop doing this? Lou asks, do you have a character you draw over and over again, and if so, are they based on someone? So I don't know if you noticed, but I love drawing grumpy frogs. I'm not sure if it's based on someone. It could be based on my internal monologue, or the grumpy part of me that maybe not a lot of people would see. And I get it out via grumpy frog. So I don't know, maybe, who knows. Annie asks, what small sketchbooks do you use? So I don't actually use anything other than A5 for my sketchbooks, which is I don't go smaller or bigger, which because if it's smaller, I don't know, I just don't like working that small, and I don't like working bigger than A5 because I get intimidated by the size of an A4 sketchbook. So it's usually A5, always. Laura asks, do you have one sketchbook or multiple for different reasons, i.e. studies, doodles / diary? No, my sketchbooks are kind of chaotic. So I would have a sketchbook, and then I would start that and do whatever I feel like doing, and then I usually tend to start another sketchbook while I'm already working in another one. So it's I don't really categorize any of my sketchbooks. Like some of them would have like drawings, paintings, notes, everything kind of mashed into one, which is kind of chaotic, but I think I kind of like doing that anyway as well. Lucy asks, tips on how to finish a sketchbook. I always buy a new one when it's not finished. Oh my god, Lucy, we're the same. We are the same. I do that because I'm just obsessed with sketchbooks. Like they are like a lot of people love buying clothes. I like buying sketchbooks, and it's a problem. But what I will say is just keep going back to the sketchbooks you've worked on. Like even if you started 2 years ago, just keep doing it. Like with this one, I've been doing it 2 years, but that's okay. Because just go back to it, even if you've stopped for a while. That's kind of the tip I would give. Magali asks, a fact about you we might be surprised by. Also, I just want to apologise in case I pronounce anyone's name wrong. A fact about me, well, I have a really irrational fear of moths and butterflies, which I think could be surprising because I love bugs, and I love, it's really weird, I think moths and butterflies are so pretty, but I am terrified of them. Like if they come near me, I will be running the other way. Next question. Kathy asks, how are you finding freelance life? Well, I guess I'll take this opportunity to be like, it kind of sucks sometimes. I think on Instagram, especially for like artists and stuff like that, like you only really see the good side of things, but I don't want to make it seem like I have it all together, because I really don't. Like I am able to be a full-time artist and freelancer because I live at home still. For anyone who's not in Ireland or from Ireland, there's a big housing crisis, and like rent is astronomical. Like to rent, like a lot of people live at home for a really long time in Ireland, just because it's a really big problem here. Like a lot of my friends who make double what I make still can't afford to rent, so I kind of figured, okay, maybe I'll try this being full-time artist and see how it goes for a little while, because it's either I do a job that I don't like and still can't afford to move out, or I do a job I love and can't afford to move out. So it's like yeah. Also, like when I did go full-time artist, I was doing really well. I was in a really good sort of career space. I had a lot of projects on, and my shop was doing really well at the time, and now I've hit a bit, maybe it's a season thing, like a seasonality thing, but right now, like this from the start of this year, like it's just been very quiet on the front of projects and also my shop, so everything has gone a bit quiet, which is kind of stressful because I rely on it. Like unfortunately we live in a world where we need to, have money, and like my aim to make money from this isn't really because I really want a lot of money. I wouldn't have gone into this profession if I wanted a lot of money, but we all need money, and the main thing I want to do is be able to continue doing this full time. So to be able to make a good enough income through it would be my aim, just so I can continue to do this as my career more so than anything. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, it's as hard as it is, it's very rewarding, and I get so excited to start work in the morning, which not a lot of people would say. So I am very lucky and I feel very privileged. Jeremy asks, what is your biggest inspiration when creating? So, that's a good question. Thank you, Jeremy. My biggest inspiration, I just like sitting down and like being really playful. I think being playful in my work, like if I'm being playful, that inspires me, so it kind of ignites something that then triggers something else. I think, yeah, it's just the act of creating that I really like. When I get really into something, I'm like, yeah, when I'm not thinking too much about it, and just having fun, that really inspires me. But also nature is a really big inspiration for my work, and also Tove Jansson, Sian Dantes, lots of other artists that I can't think of on the spot right now. Like, yeah, just lots of things around me, whether it's artists, nature, you know, my own work. Yeah, that would be my inspiration. Esther asks, any dream book projects to work on? I think my biggest dream and career goal would be to write and illustrate my own children's book. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I don't feel like I'm ready to do that, but I feel like that is definitely my ultimate goal.